Sox look to match the longest winning streak in baseball history. Coming up next. Masahiro Tanaka gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Tanaka right now is the best of all of their starting pitchers. Good fastball, 92 to 94. Best pitch is the split finger. He'll throw it early. He'll throw it often. If he has the good split, these hitters are in for a long night.
Striding in, Alejandro Cortez. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The left fielder, number 35.
Here comes the first pitch. Had him reaching that time. It's strike 1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. All you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture inside, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
Count still at 1-2. Again, a 1-2. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matty, everyone's waiting for Pedroia to come alive a little bit. In the last 10 games, he's hitting under 250. He's a guy they need to hit a lot better than that because he's a big part of this ball club.
First pitch of the at-bat. Strike taken up in the zone. Castro, a Cuban-born ball player. He was taken in the very late rounds back in the draft of 2019.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So striding forward now, Jesse Winker. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
Just underway here at Fenway Park. Got him to go after a bad one there, and it evens the count at 2-2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had...
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. Yankees nothing. Red Sox coming to bat. It's Michael Fulmer, a right-hander from the Sooner State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9. Left field and deep. Cortez going back on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
This is not even a stat you probably would have even looked at 10 years ago. The fact that this team's last in walks in today's game bodes a lot of trouble. They will swing at the rosin bag. Do not expect this pitcher to come over the heart of the plate in any meaningful position, because he knows he's going to get a lot of swing and miss.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that two-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
Behind 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Giving chase is Henniger. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
Here's Brian Dozier now. He enters play in the hunt for the league's home run crown, but he'll have some work to do down the stretch. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that misses ball one.
These are the moments you can't relax. You never know when you're going to be able to score a few runs off a great pitcher. Here's the spot right here early. Have to find a way. You're happy with one, but if someone can catch a gap, this game could get out of hand pretty quick.
Ready with the 2-0. High in the air out towards shallow right. Henniger is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Now at the plate, Jesus Aguilar. It was a 2-for-4 effort for him in Wednesday's game.
Jesus Aguilar.
First offering on its way. Slider gets the outside. That's a strike. Aguilar, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
And here's a slider. Strike three called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on D today. And let's focus our attention on the guy behind the plate putting the digits down. That's Brian McCann. I don't think he gets enough credit for his defense. The ability to massage a pitching staff, soft hands, and a nice throwing arm to second base. We already know from the offensive side he's a multiple-time All-Star with the ability to launch.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Stepping in now is Mitch Henniger. As Tanaka jumps ahead of him here at strike one. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 17 home runs and 59 RBIs. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No. Settling in now, Pedro Alvarez. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough.
Alvarez.
Down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. Coming into this one against Michael Fulmer, just a 1 for 9. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string, throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
And it's fouled away. The 1-2. There's a fastball that misses.
2-2 now.
Popped him up. Aguilar in foul ground. 1 out.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And let's focus our attention on second baseman Dustin Pedroia. They always say the shortstop's the captain of the defense. Well, not on any team that Dustin Pedroia is playing. This guy's nose is in the dirt for 9 straight innings and seriously turns one of the best double plays I've ever seen.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And a waste pitch there, 1-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Batting 7, the catcher.
Coming to the plate now, Brian McCann will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
The 3-0 pitch. And he fouls this one off. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. A payoff pitch one more time. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Down in. There's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. 3 hits for him in that ball game on Wednesday. Ball 1.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Even 1-1 count to Moustakas. A shot down the first baseline. Oh, and Alvarez boots it. And a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning. Here's Buster Posey now. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Standing in now, Alejandro Cortez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
1.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. The Yanks leave 1. Home half of the third coming up.
Back here now as the Red Sox are ready to bat in the third inning, and as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. They're currently near the top of the league in team batting average, so more often than not, they're going to give opposing pitchers a tough matchup. One player told me before the game they have a solid group of guys in this lineup, but that they also owe a lot of credit to the coaching staff for working tirelessly with them every day to get them ready and keep improving. Really seems to be a total team effort, guys.
Okay,
Leading
thank you,
off
Heidi.
For the Red Sox, the
First
shortstop,
pitch of the at-bat.
Homer Munson.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. The windup and the 0-1. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. A ball and 2 strikes now.
The count is 1-2.
The 1-2. And this is popped up near second base. And Pedroia looks this one in for out number 1. Set to get his evening at the plate started. George Springer batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
1-1 the count now. And that misses. 2-1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Gregorius is there, and there's out number 2.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB. Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Standing in, Yandy Diaz. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on its way. Pitch inside the throw. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second. So a chance perhaps with 2 away to see our first run of the ball game as he takes second on the stolen base. And you can see on the graphic there he currently leads the Red Sox in that department. Hicks stands at second with 2 gone. Runner goes for third. Pitch outside. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
And to me, they just can't let guys get lead like that, especially knowing that the guy behind the plate isn't known for his arm. Here he swipes third, and they just kind of gave it to him.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. David Peralta would be next. Here's the 3-0, and he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
The left fielder, number 7, David.
So it's first and third with 2 away. And up next, the outfielder, David Peralta. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball one as he lays off below the zone. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Fouled off. Bounce to first. He's got it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Stepping into the box, Eric Castro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Down the first baseline. Fastball called for strike 2. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Eric Castro goes down to become the first out here in the 4th. Peralta on the move. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. So 2 are gone now in the Yankee half of the 4th. And up next will be the power hitting first baseman, Big Jesus Aguilar. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Two balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Next up for the Red Sox, Brian Dozier set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The windup and the 0-1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. A ball and 2 strikes. He'll try again, 1-2. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
Now batting.
Now to the plate, Pedro Alvarez. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result is a terrible pop-up foul.
The right fielder.
So 2 gone now here in the Red Sox 4th. And standing in, the powerful right fielder, Nick Markakis. But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, thanks, Heidi. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius. Oh, he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Stepping in now, Mitch Haniger. As Tanaka jumps ahead of him here at strike 1. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Hit hard on the ground to first. A dive, and he knocks it down. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get it out on the play.
The second baseman, Dustin.
Stepping up now, Dustin Pedroia. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Weak roller right side. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. At the plate, Mike Moustakas. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
I'm not sure if this happened or not, but sometimes when you're playing behind a pitcher who's doing all of the work himself, you get caught up a little bit in kind of a trance and you get lulled to sleep out there. Looked like to me he was caught a little off guard when the play came his way.
In now, Buster Posey. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. And they're runners at the corners now. 0-2, the counts of Posey.
Hey, guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about nasty sliders, and that's exactly what that was right there.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. Halfway home, still no. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. Posey gathers it. The throw to first is in time. 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop.
Ready for another chance. Homer Munson. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. The windup and the 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Now here's the drive out to right center field. On his way to second is Springer. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that two-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Spin and a throw back to second, and the runner will get back standing. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
You see a guy taking swings like this. I think as a pitcher right here, you got to expand the zone even more.
Now a pickoff play at second and a dive, but he's back in there. Springer at second with 2 down. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Pickoff move to second. A dive, but he's back. And he'll turn and throw back to second again. Runner back safely. And again a throw. From the stretch, the 1-2. Pitch outside, the throw. And he will be nailed at third on a... Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Alejandro Cortez. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Ooh, back-to-back tough pitches, and he's down 0-2 now.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Here's Hicks to put it away, and that's out number 1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eric Castro. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. 1-2 now.
1-2.
And he's able to fight this one off, foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, as in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch. That slider down and in. Really the only way you're going to be.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We are still scoreless. Ready for another shot now. Aaron Hicks. He'll lead it off for the Red Sox here in their half of the 6th.
The center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
But facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Hicks is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
And now the count is full for the Boston center fielder. Now the payoff pitch home is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. And that will bring in Yandy Diaz. It was a walk in his last trip.
Yandy.
First pitch of the at-bat. A bouncer to the left side. Moustakas fields it cleanly on to first, and there are 2 down. Stepping in, David Peralta, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Peralta.
bouncer to the left side. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. Throwing to second. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Still no score. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Jesus Aguilar. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Nat. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Didi Gregorius is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Strike 2 taken. A fastball that clips the inside black.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Didi Gregorius goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
Popped him up. Diaz has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Striding in for Boston, Brian Dozier. He'll start it out against Michael Fulmer to begin the inning.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
3-1. Here's a swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup or do you stay with the heater?
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. In now is Pedro Alvarez.
Now back, first baseman, Pedro Alvarez.
First offering on its way. Slider laid off for a ball.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 1-0 home. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And this is swung on and missed, and Alvarez is sent packing for the first down. So a runner at first now with one away, and standing in the powerful right fielder, Nick Markakis. Here comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only one away.
Hey, D-Row, there's a case of trying to sneak a piece of cheese by a guy after starting off with back-to-back off-speed pitches, has him 0-2, and can't get that fastball by him.
Yeah, you're doing him a favor right there. You got him dead to rights, 0-2. You can expand the zone. You can go north, south, east, west, and what does he do? He leaves a fastball, a hittable fastball, and he was able to get a knock.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Dozier on second. Markakis is over at first with one away. And he pops it up. But this will land untouched. The next 0-2. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game.
Now batting.
So striding in, Homer Munson. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Line to the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight.
Now pitching.
Not an altogether bad performance here. 6 2/3, but he stands to be the loser unless things can turn around. George Springer will be the first one to greet him now, as he'll do so with runners at the corners and 2 out in the inning. Runners back. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 offering. Behind 0-2 now. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with only a run coming across. Striding in once again, Dustin Pedroia. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And Pedroia behind 0-2 now.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Third baseman.
Ready once again, Mike Moustakas. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring up the former World Series champ, MVP, and Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Aaron Hicks.
Leading off for the Red Sox, the center fielder, Aaron.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss, 0-1. And it looks like the Yankees will have a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Fortune benefits from the fact that he throws a lot of strikes, doesn't walk many batters. However, there have been occasions where he's been hit around a bit.
And that's one of the keys when you're managing a guy like this. If he's on, you're going to see him attack hitters. And when he's not, he's more prone to giving up base hits. So you have to have the bullpen ready if it's one of those days that he doesn't have it.
Fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single. Stepping up to the plate, David Peralta, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. That misses. 1-2.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Reined in. There's one, but one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Took a pretty long time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time. So that gave the runner plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
Here comes the first pitch. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. And that misses. 1-1. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Alejandro Cortez, and they'll need him to get something going here. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Into the box now, Eric Castro. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and the big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Eric Castro goes down for out number 2 in the top of the 9th.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Next will be the designated hitter, Jesse Winker. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Again, another foul ball. A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. Now here's a ball popped up. This behind the plate for McCann. And he'll put this one away, and the Red Sox will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the first inning through the ninth. Totally dominant in this one.
And that one run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. Boston post home win number 70 on the season. Masahiro Tanaka wins for a league high total 24th time, and it's a dandy, a complete game 3-hit performance. Michael Fulmer is saddled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vest.